What an eventful day for the New England Patriots in day 2 of the 2020 NFL Draft. I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Evan Lazar and Mike Petraglia. I have to get my pad of notes here just to remember all the names because Patriots drafted 5 players in day 2, trading up 3 different times within the second and third rounds. Their first pick went to Kyle Duggar, a D2 prospect that was a little shocking at the time. Then Josh Uche, Anfernee Jennings, and Devin Asiasi, and then finally Dalton Keene, the dual tight ends there to round out their picks in the third round. Guys, overall, what are your thoughts? Was it a productive day for the Patriots in day 2?
Extremely productive, I think, Sierra. And I know that a lot of people are going to have mixed feelings about the Kyle Duggar pick, but when you watch him on tape and you watch how his athleticism at the combine, testing as that 99th percentile athlete, really translates on film to a guy that just flying around constantly, plays multiple roles because of his ability, the kind of combination of size and speed, 217, but also the ability to run in the 4.4s. You put that together, you can have him play deep safety, you can have him play in the box, you can have him play in the slot, you can probably have him play outside corner, and he'd do pretty good at that as well too. So he had a big Senior Bowl week. He had a really good week at the combine, obviously, as well. So just an all-around prospect from the safety position and a great versatility and just a great matchup weapon for Bill Belichick.
One of the things that really stuck out to me about day number 2 is how the Patriots really rebuilt a big part of their defense with versatility and youth. With the first 3 picks, love the Josh Uche pick out of the University of Michigan. I think he can do a lot of things on the edge of the defense for the New England Patriots. And I love his attitude. I think he's going to really fit in well in New England. He's already played the New England defense on Madden several times, he was saying and telling us in a conference call, as well as playing other defenses around the National Football League, just to get a sense of what it's going to be like. What strategically are these defenses trying to do? That gives you an indication of where his mindset is in terms of trying to get up to speed and contribute right away at the NFL level. I love his pedigree out of the University of Michigan. Obviously played for Don Brown, the defensive coordinator there, and people are very familiar with Don Brown back here in New England, both in his days at UMass and, of course, defensive coordinator at Boston College. So I think there's a lot to like about what the Patriots did with the first 3 picks in terms of their defense, rebuilding after losing a couple of key linebackers in free agency. And then the last 2 picks, you New England fans, you finally got your wish. You got the Patriots to draft 2 skill players at a position of need, and that would be tight end. Though I do think Dalton Keene is going to be kind of a different type of tight end. I mean, I think they're going to use him all over the backfield and all over the offense. And, Evans certainly made alluded to that. So I think it's going to be fascinating to see how Dalton Keene fits in, but Asiasi is going to be a vertical threat as a tight end.
What a Patriots draft. That draft is just versatility, guys that we didn't really peg
Typical.
as day 2 guys. They're taking guys from D2 schools. They're taking
Patriots
2 tight
draft.
ends. Yeah, and we're just, their board is different from our board. We know this, and we do it anyways. I rank all the players anyways, knowing that Bill Belichick's board is going to look completely different from mine, and he definitely does that again tonight.
Well, they definitely addressed a lot of different needs. As you alluded to, Trags, the loss of Kyle Van Noy and Jamie Collins was addressed with Uche and Jennings. And then the skill position, Matt Lacoste and Ryan Izzo were not cutting it at tight end anymore. So they got their 2 guys at tight end. So really overall, 3 defensive players, 2 offensive players, a really productive day for the Patriots. Let's look quickly ahead to day 3. Your top 2 potential areas of focus that you think the Patriots need to address.
Well, I think it starts for me still on the offensive side of the ball. I think they've pretty much addressed their defensive needs, maybe a defensive lineman here. But I think the biggest 2 positions that I look at for sure are wide receiver and offensive line, and interior offensive line in particular. I thought that maybe they would be in the mix for a guard or a center early in the draft. I think that Tooney and Andrews coming back and being okay for Andrews' health purposes as well. I think that made them feel safer to wait for day 3 to get a guy. But I think that there's a very good chance that at some point in time they take a center guard prospect that can do both and maybe move him around a little bit, a la Ted Karras. Get that Ted Karras replacement in here. But wide receiver, there's still some good names out there. James Proche. I don't think KJ Hill's off the board yet either. So those are two guys that I would really look at as the top two guys I would put on the Patriots board at receiver. So I don't think that they're necessarily done at the offensive skill positions.
I'm going to say quarterback. I'm going to say Jake Fromm. Keep an eye on him. He is a possibility in day number 3 if he's still there. And obviously wide receiver. They have to, in my estimation, at least add one young body in the mix to go along with a pretty veteran wide receiver core already, but I think the Patriots need some fresh legs in that wide receiver room, and I think on day 3 they're going to do that.
You guys don't forget about a kicker, right?
That's a good point, Sierra. That's an excellent point.
Their kicking needs.
Sam Slade.
I know you guys have all your kicking takes. We'll get a little bit deeper into that tomorrow as we preview the day 3 in our pre-draft show. But hey, Stephen Gostkowski is no longer, so the Patriots need to find his long-term successor. We'll have all your draft coverage you need from the first 2 days and previewing day 3 on our website at clnsmedia.com and on our YouTube channels at Patriots Press Pass and CLNS Media.